some of the details that you have to be good at, that Caitlin could cover up with her incredible skill, her range, the way she creates space, and the timing.
In a league where every move is scrutinized, one quiet gesture can echo louder than any buzzer beater. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rising superstar, has already changed the WNBA with her play. But what she reportedly did behind the scenes at a Nike shoot is now at the center of one of the strangest, most fascinating stories the league has seen in years.
In your career, you got to match up against other Nike hoopers. Do you have a favorite matchup?
You're gonna get me in trouble. Honestly, I'll just say D, because she's such an icon in our sport and has been in the game for so long. You know, getting to share the court with her was pretty fun, and you just see her competitive spirit, even though you're not on her team.
Resources Nike puts behind Caitlin Clark now that we're going to start getting some of her merchandise coming out, and fans are indeed excited. I miss my GOAT playing. Gonna go ham on this commercial. I thought it was a nice commercial myself. Where is her own shoe? We're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. Wow. Y'all must have a fever or something. Oh, what a great double. Where is her own shoe? We're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. Wow. Y'all must have a fever or something. Oh, what a great double play on words. What a great double entendre.
A golden box, a name no one expected, and a moment that, if true, might just prove that Caitlin Clark is playing a far bigger game than anyone realized. Today, we're breaking down the story everyone's whispering about. The gesture that could redefine rivalries, loyalty, and the way we think about power in the WNBA. To understand why this rumored moment matters so much, you have to know the scale of Caitlin Clark's rise. Earlier this year, she signed an unprecedented 8-year deal with Nike worth a jaw-dropping $27 million. This isn't just a contract, it's a statement. She's now one of the very few active WNBA players with her own personal logo, and Nike has already hinted at a signature shoe set to drop in 2026. For context, her entire 4-year rookie contract with the Fever, worth just over $338,000. That means her Nike deal is almost 100 times more valuable than her actual league salary. And Nike didn't just pick Caitlin because she's talented. They picked her because she has the rare combination of skill, charisma, and cultural pull that could shift the balance of attention in women's sports. Enter Sophie Cunningham.
What the W really is, you know what I mean? And I get it to a certain extent, and every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But There's just more.
One of the league's most competitive and unapologetic personalities. She plays hard, talks harder, and has a reputation for getting under opponents' skin.
This is a preseason game where Clark is not available, and yet you probably...
One that doesn't include 10 other people. All right, now let's go show you something else. So the shoe goes on sale today, or was it today? It's sold out in minutes. And I want to show you something right here. Just so you can, just a reminder, so you remember who the cash cow is, who the box office attraction is. You got to remember this. So remember, if you're not familiar, they have something called GOAT. GOAT is a secondhand market for sneakers. And this is their website. And if you see the shoes on here, it's right here, Caitlin Clark.
When Kate was hurt, and our offense was clicking, but now we have to have a new offense when she's in there because she just brings that much to the game, and so we have to adjust. And I think all of us just want it now. We know what the potential of this team can be, but we can't think about that. You really have to take day to day, and stuff that worked here, we need to carry it over to tomorrow's game. We have a lot of games coming up in I think 7 days or whatnot, and so it's mentally making sure that we're good. It's physically making sure.
Commercial since she's entered the WNBA. I know she's made a cameo here. She's made a cameo there. She was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there. But is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA? And as well, WNBA ratings from this past week in Caitlin Clark games on NBA TV
Caitlin Clark
have
in
been
the Nike situation. Now we know Caitlin Clark got some shoes that is set to be released tomorrow. That is a PE Kobe Bryant shoe, bruh. Yes, Caitlin Clark got her own signature PEs with Kobe Bryant and Nike. Now, one thing about it is there's another shoe that is set to be released in October as well.
On paper, Sophie and Caitlin couldn't be more different. Different teams, different play styles, different fan bases. Which is why the idea that Caitlin would go out of her way to honor Sophie caught so many people off guard. Here's where the story takes a turn. According to a social media clip that's been making the rounds, Caitlin Clark allegedly prepared a special golden box during a Nike campaign shoot. The box, said to be wrapped in a way that only Nike's elite athletes receive, supposedly contained custom gear, and was addressed to none other than Sophie Cunningham. There's no official footage from Nike, no press release, and no confirmation from either player. But that hasn't stopped fans from dissecting every blurry frame of the alleged video, trying to catch a glimpse of Sophie's name. Some say it's proof Caitlin is trying to build unexpected bridges in the league. Others think it's pure PR theater, and some believe it never happened at all. On fan forums and TikTok comment sections, the reactions couldn't be more split. Supporters are calling the gesture pure class, saying it shows Caitlin's maturity and sportsmanship. Critics are more skeptical, suggesting that if it's true, it's a calculated marketing move designed to soften rivalries and broaden Nike's reach. And then there's the fever locker room factor. Caitlin's influence is growing fast, not just in ticket sales and TV ratings, but in how the league markets itself around her. A gesture like this, even unconfirmed, sends a message. Caitlin is more than just a player. She's becoming a brand force whose decisions ripple far beyond the court. If the golden box is real, Nike has to be grinning. It fits their playbook perfectly, crafting moments that feel organic, emotional, and personal, then letting the public do the storytelling for them. Think of Michael Jordan's early campaigns, or Serena Williams' subtle tributes in apparel launches. These are the moments that go viral, not because a company paid for a commercial, but because they feel like glimpses into a star's real personality. Caitlin's rumored gesture would check every marketing box: unexpected, generous, conversation-starting, and rooted in sportsmanship. Even if this story turns out to be nothing more than a rumor, it's already revealing something important. The WNBA is in a new era where off-court branding and influence are almost as important as on-court performance. Endorsements are where the money is, and stars like Caitlin Clark are showing that the right personality and story can make you a cultural icon. For players like Sophie Cunningham, being tied to a moment like this, whether intentional or not, can shift public perception overnight. Suddenly, you're not just a name on the opposing roster, you're part of a headline, a narrative, a cultural flashpoint. So here's the real question. Will Nike ever confirm the Golden Box story? Or will it stay one of those legendary, if you know moments in sports history? Whether fact, fiction, or somewhere in between, one thing is certain. Caitlin Clark knows how to make people talk. And in today's WNBA, that might be the most valuable skill of all. Because sometimes the biggest moves aren't the ones you make in front of 20,000 screaming fans, they're the ones you make quietly.